What if what you believe to be reality is merely a projection shaped by your mind? Pause for a moment and reflect on this possibility. Everything you perceive, feel, and understand as real might actually be manifestations of how your consciousness interacts with the universe. If this is true, what does it say about your role in creating the life you live today? Could everything you experience be a direct reflection of your deepest emotions, thoughts, and intentions? This idea is both fascinating and challenging because it completely shifts how we see ourselves and the world around us. Now, imagine if there were a document that not only confirmed this perspective but also revealed methods to access a level of consciousness capable of shaping reality in your favor. Something that goes beyond what we already know as spirituality or science, merging these two areas in surprising ways. This is precisely what the declassified CIA document, known as the Gateway Process, proposes. This material not only addresses the interaction between the mind and reality but also suggests that we are, indeed, co-creators of this experience we call life. This groundbreaking study offers a perspective that can completely change how you perceive the universe and, more importantly, your role within it. It invites us to explore a field of infinite possibilities, where every thought or emotion has the potential to interact with something greater, something that transcends matter and common logic. So, as we journey through this narrative, I invite you to open your mind, question your perceptions, and explore the depths of the connection between human consciousness and reality itself. This journey is not just informative, it is transformative. Imagine a time in history when the quest to understand the limits of the human mind was not just a philosophical exercise but a strategic priority. It was in this context, during the late 20th century, that a secret study emerged behind the scenes of the CIA, exploring the untapped potential of human consciousness. The Gateway Process, a document declassified years later, revealed a fascinating approach to accessing expanded states of consciousness and directly interacting with reality in a way that transcends everything we know as normal. The goal of the study was clear: to uncover the hidden capacities of the mind and use them as tools to understand the universe. Inspired by advances in science, quantum physics, and spirituality, the project investigated how the human mind could access dimensions beyond traditional time and space. The focus was on practices such as brainwave synchronization, deep meditation, and advanced creative visualization techniques, allowing participants to dive into expanded states of awareness. One of the most revolutionary aspects of the document is the idea that the human mind is not merely a passive receiver of environmental stimuli. On the contrary, it is described as a creative tool capable of shaping the universal hologram in which we live. In other words, the Gateway Process suggests that we not only interpret the reality around us but are active participants in its creation. The study also presents specific techniques for accessing altered states of consciousness. It describes how it is possible to align the brain's hemispheres using binaural sounds, a process that helps amplify perception and create an ideal mental flow state. Additionally, the document explores the potential of out-of-body experiences and how these expanded states of consciousness can lead to a deeper understanding of reality. What makes this document so fascinating is that it not only presents theories but also offers a practical roadmap for those who want to explore the limits of their consciousness. It shows us that human potential goes far beyond what we have been taught to believe. The mind, in this context, becomes a gateway to a reality that is both infinite and interconnected. As we delve deeper into this concept, we begin to see that the Gateway Process is not just a scientific study but an invitation to rethink everything we know about our existence. We are faced with a vision that connects science, spirituality, and the very essence of being human. The concept that the universe functions as an interconnected hologram challenges the way we traditionally perceive reality. It asks us to abandon the idea of a rigid, tangible world and replace it with a vision where everything is energy, interconnected by a unified field. Imagine a hologram. Every small fragment contains the image of the whole. This means that even in the smallest parts, the entirety is present. This is how the universe operates according to this perspective. Quantum physics provides clues to understanding this paradigm. Scientists have discovered that subatomic particles, the building blocks of matter, are not fixed entities. They exist as waves of probability until they are observed, at which point they manifest as tangible particles. This raises a profound question. Does the act of observing reality modify it? If so, we are active participants in the universe, not mere spectators. If the universe truly is a hologram, then every thought, emotion, and intention we have is interconnected with the whole. This suggests that our minds, far from being isolated, are in constant interaction with the universal field. It's as if every thought we have sends ripples across the hologram, influencing not only our personal experience but the overall balance of the cosmos. This interconnectedness implies a responsibility. If our thoughts and intentions have the power to shape reality, then we must be mindful of what we project into the world. Emotions such as fear, anger, or scarcity can create distortions in the hologram, while feelings of love, gratitude, and compassion can harmonize it. It's like tuning an instrument. By vibrating at higher frequencies, we contribute to a more harmonious universal melody. When we view the universe through this lens, we realize that our external reality is a direct reflection of our internal state. A chaotic world may mirror a disordered mind, while a world full of opportunities and beauty may reflect deep internal alignment. This leads to an inevitable question. If the universe responds to our intentions, what kind of reality are we creating, consciously or unconsciously? The gateway process study details practices that allow us to access expanded states of consciousness and interact with the holographic universe more consciously. These techniques, though developed in a specific context, reveal something profoundly spiritual. The human mind is capable of transcending physical limits and accessing higher dimensions of reality. Each practice described in the document serves as a key to unlock the infinite. One of the process's cornerstones is the synchronization of the brain's hemispheres. Our brain is divided into two hemispheres, each with distinct but complementary functions. While the left side is associated with logic, analysis, and language, the right side connects to intuition, creativity, and emotion. In daily life, we often operate predominantly from one side, limiting our perception of reality. Brain synchronization techniques, often achieved through binaural sounds, aim to align these two hemispheres, creating a state of coherence. This alignment allows the mind to operate more integratively, enhancing our ability to perceive and interact with the universal energy field. In addition, deep meditation plays a central role in the gateway process. Through meditation, we learn to detach our attention from the external world and redirect it inward. This introspective state holds the potential to access deeper dimensions of consciousness. It's not just about relaxing or calming the mind, but about creating a space where intuition can arise and where we can connect with the essence of the universe. Regular meditation practice not only helps us access these dimensions but also strengthens our ability to sustain higher states of consciousness in daily life. Creative visualization is another powerful tool described in the study. The human mind has the unique ability to imagine, and this ability is not merely a form of escape or entertainment, it is an act of creation. When we visualize something clearly and intentionally, we send a message to the universal hologram, shaping its response. Visualization acts as an energetic blueprint, guiding the manifestation of our intentions in the physical world. For this reason, it is essential that our visualizations align with our highest values and purposes, avoiding unnecessary distortions in the energy field. A fascinating aspect explored in the gateway process is the out-of-body experience. While this phenomenon may seem mystical or unattainable to many, it is presented as a natural extension of human consciousness. These experiences show us that we are not limited by our physical bodies. We are, in fact, consciousnesses that transcend matter. By freeing ourselves from these perceived limitations, we can explore the universal interconnectedness in ways that challenge our conventional understanding of reality. All these practices teach us that the mind is both a receiver and a projector of reality. The gateway process is not just a scientific investigation but a bridge between science and spirituality, revealing that human consciousness is a creative force capable of interacting with the universe in profound and meaningful ways. As we delve deeper, we will see how our thoughts and emotions are intrinsically tied to the way this interaction occurs, directly shaping our life experiences. The universal interconnectedness is one of the most profound and transformative truths we can comprehend. We are all parts of a vast hologram, where each individual is not just an isolated entity but a unique expression of the whole. Our thoughts, intentions, and emotions not only shape our personal realities but also reverberate through the collective energetic field, influencing the world around us in subtle and sometimes profound ways. This understanding leads us to realize that the universal hologram is not static but dynamic, alive, and pulsating. It responds not only to our actions but also to the quality of our consciousness. Imagine throwing a stone into a calm lake. The initial impact creates ripples that spread across the surface, touching even the farthest edges. In the same way, every thought and emotion we emit generates an energetic wave that contributes to the collective vibrational field. This concept is not just an abstract spiritual idea but resonates with spiritual traditions and practices worldwide. For example, the Hindu concept of Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam, the entire world is one family, reflects this interconnectedness. Similarly, the Buddhist teaching on interdependence shows that nothing exists in isolation. Everything is intrinsically linked. But how does this manifest in practice? A powerful example is the impact of collective consciousness on global events. There are moments in history when significant change occurs, as if the entire world unites in a state of shared attention or intention. Think of great advances in human rights, waves of compassion following disasters, or even cultural and spiritual movements that transcend borders. These are examples of how individual intentions and actions, when aligned, create a tangible impact on global consciousness. However, this interconnectedness is not limited to grand events. It also manifests in our daily interactions. When we enter a space with elevated energy, be it joy, love, or gratitude, that vibration spreads, uplifting everyone around us. Similarly, when we carry resentment, fear, or anger, those frequencies are also perceived, even if unconsciously. This is why it becomes essential to care for the quality of our vibration, not just for our well-being but for the collective well-being as well. This leads us to an important reflection. How aware are we of the impact of our intentions and emotions on the world? Each of us, by adjusting our mental and emotional frequency, can positively influence the web of universal interconnectedness. We can not only transform our own lives but also contribute to a more harmonious and balanced world. This interconnectedness also reminds us of our responsibility as co-creators. Every time we choose to act with kindness, compassion, or courage, we strengthen the positive energies in the universal hologram. Similarly, every time we cultivate higher thoughts and align with our most authentic essence, we help elevate the collective frequency. Yet paradoxically, while we have the ability to influence reality, we are also invited to trust in the natural flow of the universe. This dance between control and surrender is a paradox that deserves deeper exploration. In the journey of understanding the holographic reality, a paradox emerges that challenges the logical mind, the balance between control and surrender. There are times when we feel the need to act with determination and clear intention, shaping the world around us according to our will. At other times, life asks us to let go of control, trust in the natural flow of the universe, and allow things to unfold as they should. This is the paradox of control and surrender, a subtle yet deeply transformative teaching. Imagine a river. When we try to swim against the current, we exhaust ourselves, struggle, and often remain in the same place or even fall behind. However, when we flow with the current, we are not giving up on our destination. We are recognizing that the river's force is taking us where we need to be. This is how interaction with the universal hologram works. Acting intentionally is like rowing gently, steering with clarity, while trusting the flow means allowing the river to carry you harmoniously, without unnecessary resistance. Surrender does not mean passivity or lack of action. On the contrary, it is an act of profound faith and wisdom. It is understanding that, while we can plant seeds with clear intentions, the timing of the harvest is not always within our control. Ancient spiritual teachings speak of the importance of aligning action with surrender, recognizing that the universe operates in cycles and that there is a natural rhythm to everything that exists. Resisting this rhythm is like trying to force a flower to bloom before its time. As we observe the paradox between control and surrender, we see that it is also present in the very act of creating reality. We are conscious co-creators, capable of manifesting incredible realities, but only by releasing the need for absolute control can we allow the universe to bring forth something even greater than we had imagined. Surrender is not abandonment but an elegant dance between intention and acceptance. Much like a painter who chooses their colors and strokes but allows the final canvas to reveal itself with a touch of spontaneity. Accepting the balance between control and surrender also helps us overcome fear and anxiety. When we trust that our actions, aligned with pure intentions, resonate within the universal hologram, we can relax. Trusting in the divine flow allows us to let go of unnecessary worries, understanding that everything is unfolding according to a greater plan. However, this practice requires constant internal adjustment. It is a state of presence that reminds us to be attentive to the opportunities that arise while also not forcing doors that are clearly closed. The key to navigating this paradox is the awareness that we are in partnership with the universe. Every thought, every action, every choice merges with the universal energetic field to create a reality that reflects both our efforts and our ability to trust the unseen. Allowing oneself to flow with this paradox is a practice of humility and power. It is the recognition that, although we are creative sparks of the divine, there is a greater intelligence orchestrating everything, and it knows exactly what is best for us. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, works harmoniously with our intentions, but only when we are willing to let it surprise us with the unexpected. To apply the principles explored thus far and consciously shape reality, it is essential to incorporate daily practices that sustain a state of high vibration and connection with the universal hologram. These practices do not require sophisticated equipment or extraordinary conditions. They are, in fact, a return to simplicity, to what resonates deeply with each person's essence. Meditation is undoubtedly one of the most powerful tools for accessing expanded states of consciousness. When we sit in silence, focused on the present, we disconnect from external distractions and dive into the vast internal field where true creative power resides. Meditation allows us to align our thoughts, adjust our mental frequencies, and most importantly, listen to the gentle voice of our inner self. It is like tuning an instrument before playing its melody. It puts us in the right harmony to interact with the universal hologram. Another transformative practice is creative visualization. When we close our eyes and clearly imagine a desired reality, we plant seeds in the energetic field around us. The key here is not just to visualize with detail but also to feel. The universal hologram responds to emotions, to the vibrations we emit when we imagine something with joy, gratitude, and trust. So, when visualizing, imagine what it will be like to live in that reality and how your heart will feel experiencing it. The more vivid the emotion, the more powerful the projection. Gratitude is an essential element of this process. It is a seemingly simple practice but has a profound impact. When we express gratitude, we elevate our vibration to higher frequencies, aligning ourselves with the universe's abundant flow. Gratitude is the universal language that communicates to the hologram, "I am at peace with what I have and trust what is to come." Making this a daily habit, whether upon waking, before sleeping, or during moments of introspection, strengthens our connection to the creative flow. By adopting these practices in your daily life, you will notice that the reality around you begins to reflect your inner changes. Situations that once seemed challenging will become more fluid. Unexpected opportunities will arise and your worldview will expand. It serves as a constant reminder that you are not merely a passive observer of reality but an active co-creator, shaping the world around you with intention, presence, and love.